preface what you're about to see by noting I am not looking for sympathy or validation here. I was just expressing some remorse and some grief and some sorrow, because I think it can help a lot of people to kind of process through that. A lot of people who were like me voted for Trump and have to account for that. There are moments where I'm just overcome with grief and regret. Not anger, not rage, but just grief and regret over having voted for Trump in 2016. And I get that I've come a long way. I get all that. That doesn't take away those moments. It does not take away the regret, the guilt. I mean, I can work through it, and I do that regularly for a lot of different issues, not just who I voted for in 2016, but I just wanted to document this because this is one of those moments. I just saw the Kamala Harris ad talking about how she is the president for all the people and how Trump has a history of wanting to withhold aid from people who didn't vote for him. And I was responsible. I was partly responsible for putting him in office. I was part of that crowd. And that's something I'm going to have to live with. And I will. But there are moments like right now where that can be overwhelming.
I think a lot of us are understanding that there's not going to be a find out phase, because one of the main characteristics of a cult is the inability to take responsibility or to recognize the fault of your group, cult. My question is, most cults eventually end, obviously. Are we going to see an end to this? When is the end? What will it take for them to have this illusion broken? What is going to be the catalyst for the ending of this cult? Or is it going to be like Scientology? Like, some cults don't, or haven't yet, or have very long lifespans. So, like, realistically, from somebody who knows more about this than I do, I am curious to know how we see this panning out. What's it going to take? Is there anything that can disillusion them? Or is this just something that we're going to have to live with forever?
I have a couple comments and a prediction on this MAGA regret thing that seems to be trending. First off, we told you so for years what he's intending to do. We kept saying Project 2025, and you kept saying no. We kept saying dictatorship, and you kept saying no. We kept saying he doesn't care about you. He just cares about your votes. And you kept saying, he was joking. And a lot of you are realizing we were right. And then there's a lot of you who think that Donald Trump should give you an exception to what everybody else is going through because you voted for him. And you're thinking that Trump is going to make stipulations in executive orders because he's not going legislatively. This is all executive orders. That he's going to make a stipulation saying, well, if you voted for me, then this doesn't affect you. And therein lies my prediction that he'll toy with that idea and perhaps even put in that rule. But then again, he just cared about their vote. He didn't really care about them. Neither do I.
So I've gotten some not so nice comments and DMs about my previous post regarding my position on MAGA. And for me, just to explain, I used to be a Republican. I grew up in Michigan. I was a diehard Republican. That's the party I identified with. I started to leave the Republican Party once they started going off the rails. And what a lot of you guys don't understand is that MAGAs are not Republicans. The Republican Party is dead. They allowed themselves to be taken over by a fringe cult led by someone who does not give a shit about anyone else but himself. He is 100% out for himself and does everything he can to stay in power so that he has what he needs and he has what he wants. So you can come at me all you want. I am not going to change my position now. I think that MAGA is a cult and they are a danger to our republic. And if you don't see that, we really shouldn't be friends.
Oh, this is amazing. MAGA in full FAFO mode on Meta. They recently introduced community notes over fact-checking because they want to try and spin narratives online and basically guide us to decision. Well, people are getting destroyed that are MAGA. This is just a post basically promoting a Jason Aldean concert when the entire comment section is destroying him for being a Trump supporter and how bad his music is. Which they are not wrong, dude. This guy's music sucks. But it turns out MAGA isn't quite as popular as they thought they were. Guys, you're just not getting 60% of America to all of a sudden start supporting your insanity and lunacy. You guys got 5 million votes thrown out. And that's how you got here. You're not popular. Nobody likes your music, Jason. I bet freaking Tom McDonald's more popular than this clown. And that's really a low bar to clear. But glad to see things aren't working out for MAGA like they thought it would. Peace.
More Trump voters are publicly regretting their vote for Donald Trump as he continues to back out of campaign promises and instead focuses on his billionaire friends. Now, first it was the Steelworkers Union out of Pennsylvania. Now firefighter unions in New York City are publicly speaking out as Donald Trump and Republicans failed to fund the 9/11 first responder healthcare program that is designed to help the first responders who are still suffering from being there on the ground during 9/11. Now, you can say that Donald Trump had nothing to do with that, but understand Republicans took that out of the funding bill under direction from President-elect Trump and Elon Musk. Now, so far, Donald Trump has only focused on delivering for his billionaire buddies and nonsense such as Greenland, Canada, Mexico, Panama, all this stuff that he didn't talk about. Not once have you heard him talk about lowering gas prices, lowering grocery prices, your energy bill, etc. All the things he promised during the campaign, he is backing out of because he only cares about one person, himself, and the people who paid to get him elected.
So I just wanted to come on here and say publicly, I'm officially announcing my departure from the Republican Party. We were given 24 hours that we are no longer going to be leading this initiative. And I can say I honestly never thought that I would so deeply regret my vote for Donald Trump.
Leaving MAGA has apparently become a whole hashtag. Isn't that nice? And I know a lot of people are saying, yeah, y'all are going to need to put in some work and we're going to need a minute. And I concur with that wholeheartedly. The thing is this for me. What I'm going to need you to do is sit with the enormity of what you've done. See, I'm convinced that most of your problem is the fact that nobody ever told you in your life what a whining little fucking crybaby you were, and how utterly stupid you are, truly fucking stupid, to not understand the root of all your problems. And no, it's not nice of me to say so, but believe me when I say I'm well past the point of giving a flying fuck about your feelings, snowflake. Yeah. You want to cut government spending? Stop giving money to the rich. Duh. It's so freaking easy, but you don't want to see it. Oh my god, no, I like those guys. They look like me. Oh, obviously, that's a really good indicator of how well they're going to treat you, isn't it? Oh, look. The prices of groceries are getting jacked. Oh, look. The price of gas is getting jacked. None of the problems you had are getting fixed. Everything's getting worse because of your hate. Because you can't look at the people who are actually just like you. You think, oh, they don't look like me, they don't talk like me, la-di-da-di-da. But they are just like you. They're broke as fuck just trying to live. And you wouldn't see that. Couldn't see that. Can't permit them to live. Oh my god, those elephant people. Oh my god, those immigrants. Oh my god, those... Yo, I'm not gonna say it, but y'all know what you would say about black people. I won't say it, but you sure as hell do. I've heard you. Your hate has put us here, and I want you to fucking sit with that. I want you to suffer it. I want you to understand that every bad thing that happens to you, you did it to yourself. No, that's not nice, is it? If you wanted nice, you should have actually been nice to everybody else. You weren't. Tell you what we'll never ever do though. Even with everything you've done. We, the humane, We'll never come after you. We'll never hurt you. We'll never hurt your family. We'll never snatch up your kids out of a school. We'll never take things away from you and watch you suffer. No, the humane try to give to everybody, even if we don't like them very much. Just sit with that for a bit. Oh my gosh, you're so mean. Yeah, you're goddamn right. You don't deserve anybody being nice to you yet. What you've got is people who are not like you and are not going to try to actively harm you. And given what you've done, that should be enough for now.